Welcome back, everyone. Brian and Stefan here from Gear 182. Today we have a little bit of a different, hopefully a start to a new series that we want to do about the gear, or mainly the guitars and bass that were used on certain tours. We've done a few videos
Blink-182.
for Blink-182.
Yeah.
We've done a few videos on certain guitars and stuff, and it seems like they've been well received. But I think having, just a series of each individual kind of tour would be kind of cool. I don't know. I did quite a bit of research on this one already, and I'm sure I've missed a ton. But just talking about it, and where the band kind of was during that time, and so for the first of this, call it tour series that we're going to do, we're going to start off with the Loser Kids tour. For the Loser Kids tour, they played, I think it was 14 shows from November 2nd to the 20th.
That's it? I was waiting for you to say like 50 shows or something.
No, what I think it was, and I mean, this is just speculation, but I think it was them prepping for the big Mark, Tom, and Travis show tour that was going to be coming,
okay. So we're
next
before
year.
that.
We're
Okay.
right before that. So, Phoenix TX and Silverchair were the openers. More famously in the Loser Kids tour, the November 4th and 5th show were the famous two shows that they used to record for the Mark, Tom, and Travis show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so,
So what did you say? What years this was? I'm sorry.
this
What
was
it?
this was 1999. So
Okay.
they just finished recording Enema in March of that year. From what I read, this was the first time that they really played, the Fenders, the Tom's Custom Shops and Mark's Custom Shops. I believe the first time they played, and again, this I could be wrong, I'm just going off of timelines, was in Australia, April 4th, 1999. So they played quite a few shows.
Were they playing Enema songs, or were they just touching on them, or were they playing them
I
live?
think they were just touching on them for right now, during that part, because they just finished rapping. So they probably played, What's Mage again, and probably, Going Away to College. That was one of the last songs that they used for.
Yeah, I remember they weren't playing All the Small Things back then.
Yeah, they weren't playing Adam's song for sure. Yeah, the band played quite a few shows, a couple main acts, and then they went on a tour for Warped Tour for that summer. So that's where you see a lot more of the Enema songs starting to come on the live sets, and then in September they announced the Loser Kids tour, which is kind of what we're going to be talking a little bit about today. So, one cool thing is, this is like, for gear wise anyways, for myself, this is the time when, like I said, the Fenders were coming out. So Tom stopped using the Les Pauls, started to use, I guess, Jerry Finn was a big, instrumental person for getting, I think,
Right.
both Mark and Tom into the Fenders, which I guess set them up with Alex Perez, and the rest is history with that. So what do you remember, if anything, during the time from that era of Blink?
Well, my first show for Blink was 2001, the Take Off Your Pants and Jacket tour. I got introduced to Blink around the All the Small Things video premiere on MTV. So I was actually late to the party. I did hear the Blink song Damn It on the Can't Hardly Wait soundtrack, but I didn't really make the connection and knew that was Blink. I just liked the song a lot.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a learning experience for me, especially with this not being Mark, Tom, and Travis show tour. I'm interested to just learn.
Yeah, it's this tour was the Loser Kids tour was their first headlining arena tour, from what I read, and I mean that's pretty cool. So I think what they were doing was they were trying to get the set list down, the timings down, everything down for the Mark, Tom, and Travis show that we'll cover in another episode. But yeah, so it was a really short run. Maybe we'll kick off with the guitars that Tom used on this tour. So the ones that you see here are, the three, call it, prototypes: the silver, the teal, what green
Was
do you
this
want to?
before or after Warped Tour 99?
This was after Warped Tour 99. So in Warped Tour 99, you would have saw Tom using the first four: the surf green, the lighter green, the teal, and the silver on majority of the songs. The last one though was the reason why I don't think they played Adam's song on any of the other sets that they did in '99 was he just didn't have a guitar that down tuned as well, I guess, that he wanted to. So this was a pretty unique guitar. Brian, do you want to talk a little bit about this one?
Yeah, we believe that it's a parts caster. It's got a trim system on the body there, probably because that's what most of the Fenders were. The neck is a Baja Telecaster neck, and it's actually a 30-inch scale length instead of a 27. Again, I've talked about this before. He did not need that long of a neck for the tuning he was doing, but still pretty cool. I don't know if somebody at Fender had that neck laying around. Were you able to ask Alex about this one?
Yeah, so Alex has no idea who made it. It could have been one of Jerry's connections that he had there that needed a Tom-style guitar. I believe the original color of this was Dakota Red, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and was it relict before or not? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think on like the bottom, it had a bit of wear on it, but still the same, Invader pickup, still Perloid pickguard, the one volume knob. But I believe that they had this neck kicking around. Now, talking with Larry, who is Tom's old guitar tech during these days, Tom actually had quite a bit of different style of colors that were never used. I guess that Alex kind of showed off that, but he could have had, and probably Dakota Red was one of them that was just sitting there, and they used that for Adam's song. They just threw a neck that was able to go down to, and this is before the Subsonics and the Subcaster, and so this was kind of his first baritone live used guitar that he used for Adam's song. So these were the four that he used. The first three were the parts casters, and then the actual custom shop with the Parker neck.
We should touch on that. We mentioned it in our 182 News podcast, but like the first three that you see were parts casters. They were American bodies, most likely either the Lone Star Strat or the Big Apple Strat, and they were 1969 custom shop necks. And if you look at the back of Tom's teal one, it actually has the screw holes from the original tuners. So it was just, they took the tuners off, they put the Spurzels on there, they put the American body and a pick guard, most likely from WD Music products. I found out that a lot of these artists, including Tom and Mark's techs, were getting them from WD Music products. So kind of cool. You can actually build those first three right there. You could build those yourself and make them absolutely perfect replicas if you wanted.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few of the teal that are out there that are just exactly what Tom's was. So pretty cool though, all in all. So I mean, from what I saw, he used the surf green a lot during the live shows for the Loser Kids tour. And he used, from what I've seen in live videos, the lighter green one, the parts caster one, he used a lot for the, like, What's My Age Again and Going Away to College, the ones that required a capo.
Right. And for fanatics of his surf green right there above my head, that neck is on Padre and that body is gone. So I'm sorry, guys. That guitar is no more.
Yeah, unfortunately. The other three still are. Tom still has the lighter green. A fan has the teal metallic, and another fan has the silver. So those are still out there, and the silver is still exactly what it looks like here. It still even has the Hurley sticker on it. Still has the orange case.
Before anybody gets mad, it's like a friend of the band has the silver.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
pretty close to him.
Yeah. And then a fan has the
teal
Baja neck.
Yeah, and the Baja was the reissued, yeah.
So, yeah, so I mean, with the exception of the surf green body, everything is still out there, which is really, really cool. Anything else you want to talk about from Tom's guitars?
Just really rapid fire. Ernie Ball straps at this time. Schaller strap locks. Usually his were black. The teal has black hardware on it. None of the other ones did. And his pick guards are a little faded to yellow, which I think looks so good. I wish they were all faded like that. And then the debate about surf green or what is that faded surf green? We don't really know. Tom doesn't know. Alex doesn't know. So we just call them surf green and faded surf green.
Yeah. But I mean, so for the Lone Star series, did they have that green, or was it?
So the Lone Star series actually had a color called Surf Pearl, and that's the color that I think the one above my head, with the punker inlays, that's the color that I actually think that one is. I had the Tom DeLonge Surf Green Strat. I just felt like it's not as bright of a green. If we had a comparison, I could show you, but that Surf Pearl really bangs right there. People that are building these, the Warmouth Surf Green, it's a little bit closer, in my opinion, to this green right here than the one that Fender makes. But if you're trying to make that one, or where is it? That one, I would go with the Fender version of Surf Green. It's a little more light, tame. It's not Seafoam Green. Seafoam Green has blue in it, and it might be aged Sweet Pea. I mean, there's just no way to know.
Yeah, there's some unique colors that were out there, but the other thing too is, I mean, you know, Brian, I think you've the one that kind of discovered it, right? That it could have been Surf Pearl without the pearl part added onto it too, right? Like, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it could have been if it was a body that wasn't finished and it was Surf Pearl and they didn't put the pearl sparkles in the paint. I mean, you never know when they're doing custom artist stuff. And here's my Strat from high school, and you can tell that I got the teal green metallic because of Tom's teal green metallic. So that's how you know that color is the one with the black bridge, the second picture you see.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Not because I say it is, but because that is the color.
Yeah.
All right, you want to move on?
So we'll do, so for Mark, so for what I can gather from the research that I did, and again, I could be wrong, but so after Enema came out, just like Tom kind of switched his whole focus onto Fender, so did Mark. So for the first little bit, it looks like Mark had his the 97 light blue P-bass that you see in the What's My Age Again music video and all the small things. And then he had Petey, which is on the left, and then a Lake Placid blue in that second picture. And then right before, it looks like the Loser Kids tour, when I guess Tom got his baritone, Mark received his, call it, first 3 custom shops that Alex made him. So he had like a Daphne blue one, he had Lettuce, which is the green, and then the chrome red with the fish inlays. So
for Pisces, right? Because he's a Pisces, and then Mark drew those.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Bunkers.
Yeah, it's really cool how it all came. They sent a picture or a drawing, a doodle, I guess, to Rob Thorne, who is an amazing inlay artist that still works at Fender.
Yeah, he's the head Fender custom shop guy.
Yeah, so sent it to him for the inlays. So both like Brian was saying, both the punker inlay and Mark's fish were both drawn by them. So pretty cool.
And I will tell you, he's very responsive on Instagram. Ron Thorne is, and if you ask him about these, he's like, I have no idea. I don't remember at all. I've done thousands of guitars. Like,
yeah,
okay, fine.
Yeah. So again, same thing for him. I think for the most part, for this tour, anyways, from what I gather, he really gravitated towards the chrome red bass. So that is what a lot of pictures and videos you see him using that. And he sometimes does use Lettuce as well. Like that picture is from the Loser Kids tour that he's using Lettuce on. I haven't seen any live pictures of him using the Daphne Blue in '99. Now, he did release a post, like, when was that? Like, a little bit back,
like
anyways.
2011, 2012, yeah.
Yeah, just stating with his basses, and he said that the blue one there was one of his first prototypes that Alex made him. But, I mean, send us a picture on Instagram if you have a picture of him using that custom shop blue one in '99. But from what we gathered, anyways, Lettuce and Chrome were the two that he did use the most.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just do like a rapid fire for everybody. First one, man, I need to point the other way. First one, the Petey bass and Sunburst. He used that to record Enema, and that was just off the wall Guitar Center bass, Fender Precision American bass. I think it's like a 97, 98, something like that. Maybe even a 99. I don't remember. And then the next one is the one you said, Lake Placid Blue, All the Small Things video bass, and he's used it live a bunch. The next one is the one he claims is the first prototype, or one of the first, the Daphne Blue. Notice all three of these on the right have the chrome jack before they did the pickguard change. And he used this in the very famous VMA performance in 2000 where they played All the Small Things. And you'll see a couple of other little shots of him playing it. The next one right above me is that's Lettuce, and it was used to record everything from Enema on. Like, besides California, I think he started using his new Jag, but like Enema on, he loves the tone of it.
Enema on or Take Off Your Pants on?
Well, that post says Enema on, but I don't know. I think heavily on Take Off Your Pants Jacket, but maybe a little on Enema. Who knows? Probably not on Enema. He probably just means after Enema.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, the only reason why is
probably not made in '98. So
no, it was given. It looks like the 3 custom shops were given from Alex right before the Loser Kids tour.
So yeah, Take Off On is got to be the Lettuce, and then of course his Adam's Song bass in, we think Chrome Red, could be Dakota Red. We don't know, but yeah, looks really cool. It's got the custom inlays. And if anybody's like thirsty for that bass, he still has it. He's never gonna sell it. He loves it. That's one of his faves, but he just doesn't play it anymore.
Yeah, that red one is just beautiful. I probably, it's one of my favorite out of all of his that he's got.
I'm actually kind of bummed because we can't show the picture because Mark asked for it to be just on Discord, but the red one no longer has the chrome plate. It's just a solid big card on it, and I just think the chrome plate really makes that bass.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said they decided to do that for the aesthetics. They just felt like it was less reflective and looked better.
That makes sense.
Without the plate. But man, that red one with the plate, whew, love it.
But yeah, so I mean, this album was one of the, like, even though it was so short, it was, I don't know, it was a big deal for them, right? It was their first arena tour. It was 2 November 4th and 5th show was used to record Mark, Tom, and Travis show album that they did. First time that they showed off into a wide audience all of their new Fenders, and it was just a really, really cool time before I think life got crazy for them starting next year when the Mark, Tom, and Travis show came. And again, that's a different episode, but that's a lot of shows that they did.
Yeah, I'll just say in 1999, I was around 12 going on 13. I mean, there was no way that I was cool enough to convince my parents to go then.
Yeah.
But
no, unfortunately for me, where I live, the closest, because I'm obviously in Canada, the closest for me would have been Toronto, which is quite a distance away, or Minneapolis, which again is quite, so either way it's a 9-hour drive, and I'm the same age, so at 12, 13 it would have been quite the distance for me to go to during that time. But no, pretty cool all in all. I think a lot of people think that the Fenders were first shown off during Warped Tour, but it was they did have them before then and played them. So just looking up what Loser Kids Tour was and kind of what it started for the band already, it's just super cool, learning experience for me too, and going back down memory lane for a lot of things. So all in all, I think it was a pretty cool little tour. All in all, I think it's cool. But I'm rambling now, so anything you want to add to?
That's it. Just please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your comments and tell us how wrong we are, or if we left something out. I'm sure we did. And we will happily reply to you and try to edit it for future videos.
Yeah, the other thing, just like Brian was saying, commenting, I hate sounding like a YouTuber or whatever, but commenting, liking, subscribing, it really does help the algorithm and help other people see the videos too. So it really does mean a lot, and all the support that you guys have already given us. So we truly appreciate it, and I guess we'll see you in the next one.
See ya. Bye.
See you guys.